And we're back with another DOFLinx Future Pinball Table Mod demonstration. My latest mod is of Avatar Ultimate Edition. Table by, well, a few people. I hope I get the names right. Lacarill, Francisco 666, and of course Slam Tilt doing the Ultimate Edition treatment to it. So basically, this table's a lot like Iron Man, actually. Very similar in many ways. And interesting thing about the timing of me doing this table, almost 1 year from now is when I actually first finished my pinball cabinet, Pincadia, here. Basically, here's the short bit of that video from almost a year ago, the day before Christmas. I present to you Pincadia, or Pinball Arcade, whatever you want to call it. But basically, this is my virtual pinball cabinet I just finished building. I technically still have to wire in the second controller, but it's a two-player Pinball Arcade virtual setup. And 42-inch screen, 27-inch screen up top, 19-inch screen in the middle for the DMD and extra video or back glass features that don't fit on the 27-inch screen. And yeah, she's changed a lot since then. Yeah, I almost don't recognize the cabinet back then. You know, who would have thought that a year from now I would have had, you know, a completely different control panel, fully controlled lighting and feedback, beacons, strobes, blower fan, plunger, launch ball, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then addressable LEDs on top of it. Like, who would have known? So, yeah. So now you get to see that same table now with DOFLinx controlled lighting that I did myself. I never thought I'd be doing that a year from now. So no more yapping. Let's get on with the table demonstration. Alright, here we are, ready to go. So, just like a lot of the other tables, you'll see the backlight changing depending on what mode you're in, whether it be a multi-ball mode or a certain score mode or whatever. The normal stuff, the flashers and everything will animate. Not too much on this table, but we still have some cool effects on there, some machine gun and explosion effects. You know, again, kind of like Iron Man, you know, similar toys and whatnot. So this one's going to be a little difficult to demonstrate everything properly because of the trapped balls that are on the table. They'll move when I move the ball roller, so it's going to be a little hard to show everything, but I'll show what I can. So here we go. Alright, putting some coins in.
Find out what the blue monkeys want.
Okay, that middle screen there with his face, like the eyes, that's just something I put in to fill in my my screen space. That's actually not part of the back box. Normally I'd have other stuff there, but that's where you'll see all the video clips appear while the game is playing. So, alright, so we're going to give her a go. Alright. Alright, so I'll show you a couple of things here. When you go through the rollovers here, and you do all three of them, you get a cool, pretty cool.
And one day you have to give it back.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was talking about. You get that cool machine gun effect there, but you can see what I'm talking about. When I move the ball up and down, it moves the specials up and down. So you'll sometimes see that special AWA award pop up when it normally wouldn't. So there you go. All right. So that's what you get when you complete those for your bonus. And then, of course, bumpers. And then your usual, you know, slingshots, flippers. And then you got your drop targets on the side here for that as well. Now, you're going to see here, these are all the different modes. And they all have a specific color to them when you complete them. That's the color that the backlighting for the undercab is going to change to. And as well as the flashers are going to be that same color, and we'll do flashing effects to reflect that. Kind of like what I did on a couple other tables here. So the one big problem is this here, Link, and this here. Because they get messed up with the ball roller, it's hard to show everything accurately. So I'll show it the best I can, but we'll see what we can do. So I'll try each mode here. So we'll start with there we go. So with Navi, if you get every one of those, now you're in Navi scoring mode. And if you go into each of the ramps or the orbits, you're going to get different things. And there's that AWOL ball jumping in there again. And you can go anywhere where there's a flashing arrow. That's where you can do the Navi scoring. But then it's time, so it will run out. And you can see the backlighting change to it's blue for that, and then cyan is the normal color that comes on. So you see now Navi is lit up. So we completed that mode. So we have the Banshee mode as well, and we have a bunch of others. So we'll go through the Banshee mode, I guess. So for Banshee, you basically go through the ramp here. Look at that. I got the special awarded because I hit the AWA so many times. So this is the normal thing you get when you go. Alright, so the idea with Banshee is if you do this ramp multiple times,
every living thing that crawls,
then you're going to go into Banshee
in the
mode.
mud wants to kill you and eat your eyes for jujubes. You're on Pandora. Respect that fact. Every second of
One
every
more.
day.
Alright, so now the thing with Banshee mode is that the only target you're really looking for is the ramp. And you have like 30 seconds to get the ramp enough times. So we'll try doing that. Whereas a lot of the other modes will have multiple targets all over, but this one is the only one that you have like just the ramp to do. And the AWA bonus that I keep accidentally hitting here with these stupid balls that keep moving will extend your time as well. So let's see here. And you'll notice that the green flashing lights, they're green because Banshee is the green color for that mode. I'll show you after. And as you can see, my time keeps extending, so you know, a little bit easier than it normally would be. There we go. We got Banshee. So, and you can see here, that lit up as well.
And one day you
So
have to give it back.
the idea is that you're gonna have the Link be white, the Amp be yellow, the Valkyrie be purple, and the Seeds be red. And so I'm gonna leave Link to last because that's this thing up here, and sometimes it screws up because I'm using the ball roller, and it's a real pain in the butt to get that to work. So we'll see if we can do that. But so for now, yeah, well, I guess we'll do the Valkyrie, I guess. So the Valkyrie is basically these rollovers. So normally with the rollovers, I usually have an animated effect, which in this case I do. However, it's the only mode. So see, it's purple. It's purple because it's matching Valkyrie to let you know that's what you're scoring. That's what you're enabling. When you're in other modes like the Navi or Banshee, it doesn't do anything. And I kept it that way on purpose, so that way you'll know when you're going through there, it's not being effective. Only certain targets will actually activate that effect, and that's part of what takes me a long time, is to go through every single mode to make sure that I'm not messing things up and having an animated effect go just for the sake. So so now that I've done the orbit enough times, one more time, we're gonna go into bomber mode, and you'll see some cool effects with that as well.
Valkyrie 1-6, get your payload ready.
Alright, so if you go through these flashing arrow points, you'll get different effects. So there's one there, and then another one.
They bring the fight to us. We have the home field advantage.
Pretty cool. I love that stuff. Let's see if I got enough time to get one more.
They bring the fight to us, and we have the home field advantage.
Alright, so that was now, I collected Valkyrie, as you can see. There's different levels of jackpots that you can get for each mode as well. I'm not going to get into that because it's kind of hard, again, with these moving balls and everything. The idea is that if I drain my ball, I'll lose all these accomplishments and I have to start over. Whereas if you get a certain level of jackpot scoring done, then these, I think they'll flash, and then when they flash, if you drain your ball, that does not go away. You'll still have that for the next ball. So something I can't show you, but I figure I'd explain it. Now I want to try just doing that one more time, and I'll kind of cheat here. I'll just go back and do it a bunch of times.
Valkyrie 1-6,
There we
get
go.
your payload
All right.
ready.
I just wanted to see if a couple more effects would have shut off or not.
Those savages are threatening
All
our
right,
whole
let's see if we can
operation.
get something else to go off there. Alright. And you can see with the explosion effect, the blower fan will go off too at the same time. So pretty cool. Sometimes they have other ones where they have the machine guns firing at people and other stuff, and you get the animated effect to go with that as well. So I guess I'll move on to the amp now. Now the thing with the amp is you've got like these targets you have to hit before you can get to the further targets before you can then get amp mode running. So you have this magnet here that would normally protect, like if you try to shoot it, it'll catch your ball and then it'll try shooting you out of the way, kind of just like Iron Man, similar idea. And you can hear the blower fan also blasting when the ball gets flung. I think that's pretty cool, like kind of like the electrical effect, just like in Iron Man. Also, the shaker motor does go off when the magnet holds your ball, and throughout other effects as well. And when you see the amp mech walker come alive there, the gear motor goes off when it rotates around and all that, you know. So if you have a gear motor in your cab, that's pretty cool that you'll get that extra effect. So if you hit all three of these targets, so now we can get in there. So that's pretty cool the way he moves around like that, and the gear motor will match that exactly. It took me a while to match up all that timing, but it's pretty neat. So you can hit these targets, or you can go directly in the center here. Yeah, I love that effect. No, get some, you know. It's pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of random animated, or random machine gun effects that Slam uses on the table, and so I kind of had to make one routine and then change the timing and the cycle count and everything on the fly. That way I didn't have to do a whole bunch of different subroutines throughout the script, and it worked pretty good. Alright, so let's try. So I'll see if I try the same thing, right? So normally when you're trying to hit the ball up there, it's a little more difficult. So if we hit these enough times, then we'll go into amp suit multi-ball. So we'll do that.
Come on, come to Papa.
Alright, so it's saying that's ready. Now I can't get in here now, and you can see his face is in there, and that stinking AWA came up again. Oh, AWA. Always meddling in everyone's business. So, alright, so if we try getting up in there, we can't. So if we come back down, and then we try to shoot it up again, now I'll have to do it close enough. If we basically try to shoot up into there, and if it catches our magnet, then we'll get multi-ball. So let's try that, see if we can get that to go. There we go.
Hey, Sully, how's it feel to betray your own race?
How friggin' cool is that? The friggin' explosion creates like 3 balls out of nowhere. I love that effect. I think that's so cool. First time I saw that, I was like, whoa, what the frick, man? I thought that was really cool. Instead of the normal way where the original game would just have the ball shoot out. So I think that's pretty cool. So now you can see I've got a couple modes going on at one time. I've got Navi and amp multi-ball going at one time. So that's why you're seeing effects from both pop up. So I think Navi, yeah, so now that Navi is timed out. So you'll notice the back light has changed depending on what mode we are currently in. So, alright. Woo! That was a lot of stuff going on there. And we got our amp unlocked. So there we go. Alright. A lot of stuff going on. So, yeah. If you paid attention, you'll notice the backlight does change. Not only does it change to go into a mode, but it also turns off every time, like, you know, an event is about to happen, like the big video you saw for the amp multi-ball. You know, I like that idea. Just like they do on the playfield, when all the lights turn off to draw your attention to the DMD or to the video clips being played. That's when I've decided to try turning off the lights and have the beacon go, you know, so that way you're not distracted and you're focusing on that. And it makes for a cool dramatic effect as well for some of these cooler video clips, you know. And I want to go back to Aliens Legacy and some of the other ones to make sure, to see if I could do that better, because I didn't do the undercab lighting like I have in these newer tables. So that's pretty cool. So, alright, got a whole bunch of stuff going here. I don't know if we'll get the special here because it's lit up. Alright, we did. Alright, so again, I'm not going to remember every single rule or jackpot or everything else that's going on with this table. There's a lot of stuff on this table. There's also the bond here. So if you get all the bond, see how it's flashing a character? It'll randomly shoot certain arrows or whichever ones are left over, because you have your character ladder here. Just like kind of like in Iron Man with his suit, how it works its way up. A few ways you can get all these names was when I did the Navi mode here. And the idea is that when you get every single one of these names unlocked, and then you'll go over here and then hit the targets enough time, and you'll get into a Navi multi-ball. But because, like I said, because this thing is a little tricky with the ball roller, and it can kind of do weird things, I'm not going to worry about that in the table. But I figured I'd explain it so that you understand what the rules are. So we have 2 modes left. The link. I'll see if I can do that afterwards, but I'm going to do the seeds here. So basically, for seed scoring mode, it's you got to hit this target 4 times, I do believe. All right, that's 3 times.
Very pure spirits.
So this is the only mode where I don't have the flashers changing it all. So I wanted to match the cool effect that Slam put into the table there. You know, with all those purple lights going on and off, and the music. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I think it makes a nice mood or effect for that. So I left it at that. You know, you can still do all your normal stuff, but it won't make any flashers go off. And now we're back. Backlighting has changed. So you can see we have every mode except for the stinking link. I'll see if I can get it to work. If I can't get it to work, then that might be the end of our demo there. So we'll see what we can do.
Just relax and let your mind go blank.
Alright, so you can see the ball's locked. I'm going to hope this works when I try to launch. Alright, so just for you guys, I decided to try playing through until I got to the very end with all modes accomplished, and that's what I got here. So I skipped the link portion because it was a pain to get it to work. So now I got it all working. So I've done every mode. It's flashing back and forth. So it's waiting for me to hit the Unobtainium award here, which I'll point out, during normal play, when you hit that, it lights up the one target, or the one rollover on the far ends, on the end drain lanes there, and if you roll over that, you'll collect that bonus. But there's more bonuses that add on to everything in here that I'm not going to get into. You'll have to read up on the rules, but there's a lot more than what I'm explaining here. So we're going to go into the last battle here, so here we go.
You fly now with me, my brothers, sisters, and we will show the sky people that they cannot take whatever they want. This is our land.
Alright, so the idea here is we have to get 75 switches, but unfortunately, like I said, because of the ball roller that I did earlier, it's kind of glitched out the walker in the corner there. So again, this is not normal while you're playing the game for that ball to be stuck there, but you know, it was a real pain to try to get that stupid link mode to work with this, so I'm just going to show you as best I can. So I don't believe there's a time limit for this. So the idea is you hit as many switches as you can to count down. As you can see, it's counting down there. So I'll just keep doing it from there. So you can see trying to control these is such a pain. So normal gameplay, you will not have this weird stuff going on. All right. So, and on top of that, in case you didn't notice, the colors are cycling through for the undercap lighting and the flashers for each of the game modes that we've accomplished. I specifically did it in that order and everything else, and you know, so here we go. I'm gonna finish the last ones off. There we go. I know, not very dramatic. You know, what can I say? It takes a lot to get there. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this demonstration of Avatar Ultimate Edition with DOFLinx cabinet mod support. It's a very cool table. Again, I wish I could have showed you every feature a little bit better, but it's kind of hard to do that with this particular table with ball rollers. So again, thank you very much for staying with me